Hey guys, how's it going? April 28th, 2021. Yeah, that desktop background's a little old, so don't worry about that. It is looking much better now since I took the compression out, thankfully. Um, let's yeah, this is old now. Boy, what a difference actually. Now that I look at that, I can see the compression in comparison, even in the dark. Now this is actual an actual image, I believe. So that looks much better. But let me get in here, and I'm not too sure where we left off. I was going to go on last night, but it was getting late, and we some stuff has been added. The first thing is the resolution is better now at deeper levels. It even looks better, to me at least, in the standard level. So that's good. I've got three maps in. Or I've got three map sections in. I'm getting a little bit of noise where they cross, but I think I have a way to get around that, or at least I'm hoping I do, without disrupting it too much. And we need to straighten things out. But that should be well enough. The other thing too, and you can see this isn't straight because I can look right at this and can see where it's curving off. Now mind you, it does move this way as far as the frames go. You can see it got brighter over here. I don't know if the sun came out as I was flying along taking pictures and that's what happened. Or something else is possibly going on that I'm not sure about. Let me just take a look here. I don't see anything that would suggest I'm not going to put in the static thing. Nothing, everything. Okay, I'm not 100% sure with the static thing. But yeah, it's as far as I know, everything is fine. But as you can see, as we're going in here, whoops. Let me get into. Don't worry about that shakiness. I'll take care of that in a minute. But you Control Z that. I don't know what I did, but let me move around here before I go changing stuff that I don't want to. You can see the resolution's way better. Just looking at this, much better, and I'm probably on an angle here. But we are going to try to adjust this first and foremost. So 40 subway. Gonna try to make it, let's see, minus 0.1. That seemed to have done it. So I put it 1 meter down. What about minus 0.01? Minus 0.00001. Nope. 1. 1. 1. Okay. So we'll go with that. I want to use as much, so that is hardly noticeable. And the whole idea there is to give as much as I could to the others. If that makes a hell of a lot of sense. I don't know if it does or not, but whatever. Okay. So since we're still going that away, I'll bring this position over. I don't know what plane that's going to be called. I'll have to think of I'll think of some mileposts eventually. Whoa! Hello. Oh, that was the focus. I wonder what happened. Jesus, Murphy. Wanted to rename it. Thank you. Fort Erie West. Who knows? And we will bring it to, depends on what's that, 0.002 maybe? Or do I want to bring it up above? Yeah, we'll bring it up above, whatever. In fact, that should have fixed itself, which it did. So what was happening was you have this, they're fighting each other, so you bring it up 0.001 and you know it isn't going to be noticed at this level, or even if I was to go into deeper levels it wouldn't matter. So that's all you do with that. So I better start and get this started. I don't know why that does that every now and then. Sometimes it just plays around depending if I'm moving, and I hopefully it doesn't, like when it's the camera's following it. We'll have to wait and see. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I think it's how it's moving as quick as it is in the editor. Like that scares me. But we'll see, because eventually we're gonna get into, hell, we might even get into it today. But I won't push it too far yet. Let's go with a 3D object. And we will go with I forget the difference between a cube and a quad. Well, let's find out. Where's my quad? Okay, there you are. Oh, that's a quad. I don't want that. I know what that is. Delete that. Now we'll go with my original plan. 3D object. Yeah, we'll go with the cube. So I'm going to go with the 78.5 rotation and see how that works. Okay. So this is going to be my ability to straighten it. So this will put us up to 1 kilometer, which is good. That's what I wanted. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead going to get the angle of that main line as a position of over here. Ooh, that was good. Question is, do I want to scale this down? Maybe, maybe not. So I can see that's going off a bit. Let me go with 0.1. Let's try the, here, I'll save this, and we'll go with this. Know where the center is. Somewhere around here. So that's where the rotation line is, so that's good. That's what I wanted to see. I'm trying not to be too anal. I think that's falling in line to the too anal part. Yep. Okay, we're back at 79 again. Okay, so there is 79.2. It's definitely closer to 1, I would say. Pretty damn close at 79.1. So ideally what I want to try and do is get it so that these line up to that. Assuming the track is perfectly straight, which as far as I know it is. Now comes the fun part. It's getting everything in line. So we're going to go ahead with the, we'll see how this is here. I'm okay with that. As long as it fits between the rails at that point, I don't care. And then we'll deal with the rest of this. Okay. Really? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I can tell right now. Okay. Oh. Okay, 79.4 maybe? Oh, aren't you interesting? Okay. I can live with that. Let's take a look. So far, so good. Good enough for me. Okay, so that brought it down. I'm confused now. So I brought it down, and then it kind of knocked it out of whack. Which is kind of confusing. So now I kind of have to, unfortunately, I have to put it in a way that I see what this is doing, as opposed to the movement. So I got to turn it back up. $77.7. Fix the others in a minute, but let's see if it let's see if at least it's, yeah, I could probably go one more notch. Put it up to 77.8. Reminds me of, I don't know why, I just got this thought, was, reminds me of a swing bridge. That's pretty damn close. Yeah. I'm seeing it at different angles too, so ooh, that's damn close. I don't mind it being off like that much. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Now I got to bring it down again. Oh, wait a minute. Because I'm bringing it down, it screws up the freaking angle. Correct. Gotta think about that for a second. When I bring it down, does it screw up the angle? And I think it does, because it's how do I do that? Because everything, I'm bringing it down by the axis, I'm bringing it down. The only thing I can think of is adjust the position. Which would be the north-south. Okay, well, we'll try that. See where we're at now. So if I kept it on the axis, it wouldn't do it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Although I have to get the track down more. Whoops. 2.1. Wrong one. I always get confused. It has to go that way. Nope. Another way. 2.987.6. We'll go with 7. Got to think of how far the positions I can go here. I'm going 100 kilometers. Potentially 100 kilometers. It is now at the... Yeah, I don't want to go into 2 decimal places. So let me see how bad it really looks. And I see the difference, but that's negligible. And the fact that the line is there throughout, right where it needs to be. Although there it's in the center. There it was in the center, so I'm tempted to try the rotation one more time. The rotation, I can keep on going with that. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's closer to the center now. That helped that too, I think. Not quite, but that's good enough for me. Alright, good enough for me. Now how's the top look? I want to make sure everything looks to scale as much as possible. Everything looks pretty damn good. Okay, this is working out good. Down here on the curve, see how that looks. Good enough. Okay. Alright, so this one I'm going to rotate a little bit more. Oh, we're going negative here. That might do it right there. And then we will move our position up. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see how the rest of it goes. A little bit more maybe. I probably went the wrong way, didn't I? No. Okay. Try 5-5, see how that looks. So rotations, I have plenty of room. It's the problem is with the scale. Let's see, I think I like that. That will work. Okay, now I bring the track up. So 79.55 works well. The so the kilometers or meters. So basically what we're looking at is 19,000 meters, which is 19 kilometers. I can go negative too. So having 999 kilometers would only allow me one decimal spot. So that would give me up to 1,000 kilometers. If I wanted to go to 2 decimal precisions, because you're only limited to seven numbers in the position. That's why. So position, yeah. So I think we'll pull up to 30. 31.1, 0.2, 0.3, and see, that's the problem. Question is, do I want to limit it to 100 kilometers? And I don't think I do. Now, technically, I can limit it to I could limit it to 200 kilometers if I was to go to a little higher precision. I could also play around with the image itself if it became an issue. The rotation looks a little off now, suddenly. I don't know why I didn't notice that before. It's been getting I don't know. No, it's been up to the top of the whole time. Okay. But I do want to I do want to play around with the rotation a little bit more. Shoot. 1, 2. Let's go to the right one. Not too sure what's happening here. Oh yeah, that's running off, that's why. Alright, 79.7, that seems to be a little better. Okay, maybe that'll help me with this. It's pretty damn good. Ooh. Sometimes it's better on the top than it is the bottom. It's a little weird. Okay. Pretty happy with that. Let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah. That looks pretty awesome. So what I can do is, well, we'll see how it goes the next one, but I'll probably add another one. But it lines it up nicely. Like I said, I lose a tiny bit of precision. It's not the end of the world. Like once trains are on top of it, and let me just let me save it here, and I'm just going to go through. I'll just go through and play here for a second. From that, well, you won't see it from that level, but as you're moving along, you're not going to notice a difference. And that's the important thing. And the track is perfectly lined up there. It's lined up with the rest of it. You don't see it so much there, but that's fine by me. Okay, 7 o'clock. I'm just going to grab a snack here for a minute. Oh, we had a bunch of people, and then we lost a bunch of people. It's one of those things. I don't mind doing this because I'm not into the coding right now. So I want to give everybody a good idea as to what it's going to look like while I can. Then once I've done with how things look and get into the coding side of things, I won't be as public about them. So, but for now, I don't mind doing this. And yeah, I'd love to do that. Anyways, just give me a moment here. I'll keep the chat open for a second. I'm just gonna grab a bite to eat. I'll be right back. So this is also one of the reasons why I am not going to be into as far as editors, at least not right away, because there's a lot of precision involved. And a lot of this, I mean, Unity's a great engine. And I'm open, I'm totally open to having things modded and everything, so, which is, I wouldn't want it any other way, quite frankly. So let's get the rest of the mains, bring them on out. I think I have to change the scale. See, I brought the scale back from 9 to 8.8, but I have to eventually change that too, as far as I know. Never thought of that. Question is, how much? So I have to keep it with a 4 to 3. Or is it? Hang on a second. Not too sure what scale I have to bring that up to. And I better think about this real quick. Because... So... Nope, wrong one. 0.2 divide by 90. Yikes. No, that's not it. See, the scale has roughly, I don't know if it's roughly changed. It doesn't stretch as much, and I need to. Because when you look at this, you're 16 divided by 8.8. I've got to bring that back. And I'm not exactly sure how. Hang on a second. So I just had it. Okay, 1 minus... All right. Ah, crap. See the calculator for a second. This is gonna suck. After I just changed that, I realized I have to change that because of how everything moved over. 15.96644. Yeah, I knew that was going to go like that. Kind of throws it off by who knows how much. 15.9644. Sure as hell doesn't throw it off much, if that's the case, but I'll use it. I'm not going to make an adjustment to where it's positioned right now. So what that brings it down to is an error of... So 1 scale unit is... No, that's about it. Okay, so that's 0.33 meters. So yeah, I can live with that for now. I wouldn't want to keep that up though, so I have to know what I'm adjusting it to. So I should have adjusted it before I set it in, but that's okay. I'm going to leave that as is. I'm not worried about losing, like I've basically lost 2/3 of a meter in length coming up to this. And I don't think this should have changed the rotation at all or anything else. It changed the length of the, from 16 to 15.9644 times 10. I think it's times 10. Yeah, it's times 10, so it's not even, well, geez. Yeah, that's not even. It was showing up on this because the difference between the track widths were incrementally coming off, so I had to change the scale. And the reason being for that is because the altitude is not exactly at 120 meters. So I had to make an adjustment. Put that over here. I need a cup holder. I'm spilling my drink lately. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and we will duplicate this one. Put it up there. Move this over. We'll wait to see what it looks like before we worry too much more about that. And yeah, so that was 2, that was 3, 4, I think that was. I should put the numbers, honestly. I think I will. So the original one was 292. These are just identifiers for me, so I know. Actually, you know something, at that point, then I no longer have to worry about so I can just name them whatever. Okay, so this one's going to be 295. We're okay there. And let's bring her on in. No compression, that's the way we want it. And okay. Starting to get into freight cars at the top, which means we're coming to the end. Go ahead with, actually, yeah. I'm not sure where I'm seeing the repeat here. If it's there, I haven't found it. And this is the danger. Oh, I see it. Wow. If I'm not mistaken, it is right there. Yeah, it's going to come right across there into that bush. Let me bring it over as much as I can here. For now. I'll go in and take a quicker look. Rotation definitely needs some adjustment. Boy, was I'm not 100% sure about this one. This looks like it belongs to that, but holy crap. I haven't found a single element that has moved over from one side to the other that just started. This is close. Like, not even this. I mean, barely, yeah, you could say. Um, but that's not the same as this. This is, like, there's no overlap here. I don't know how. I was lucky there. I don't see much overlap, if anything. I mean, it's hard to tell over here. You're looking for different rocks and patterns and stuff like that, and crazy. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so the rotation, we gotta start with that, I guess. Guess we'll go up. And it's right there. That's where it's gonna be. Ha. Wrong one. Okay, now I'm seeing something. Hadn't seen it in the last two, but I'm seeing it now. There's an elevation adjustment again. Oh yeah. Okay. The question is, is this going to take me back down to 16 and 9? Which is ideally where I want it to be, but I'm not 100% sure what the true scale is because I haven't been able to measure everything yet. So let me go 16, 9, not a chance. Did that make it worse? Oh, it did. So here's the thing. I'm trying to remember the grade here. I'm further up the hill. By rights, you could say that this is a grade issue. And I'm not exactly sure what the elevation change is. So when I fly, it actually puts me in a position where the elevation is equal. So the further I fly away, which at this point I'm getting close, I'm probably about 600 meters away from where I took off. What's happening is I'm starting to get into more grade. And there is a bit of a grade in this section, and it's starting to show. Now I have to make an adjustment for the X scale again too. But for now, let me try 8.7 and see if that fixes it, which it might. If it does, then I have to adjust this. I'm not too sure why the other two were the same, but it could have leveled out for a tiny bit there. Yeah, that actually looks a little better. But I have to give the appropriate coordinate of the scale. So just because the scale's changing, I have to try to keep it looking level, lining up and all the other stuff, because I'm dealing with an image that is way over here. So basically my relative elevation is changing above ground, whereas the actual elevation of the drone is not. Although it does change once in a while too, and you got to be careful of that. But I was noticing it. I was noticing changes, and there was one time where I adjusted the aircraft height because of it. You don't always see it, so that might have been more of the difference there. Let me see. Okay, so 8.7. Let's just move this down for a second. Okay, that's a good view right there. I think that's where I want it. Let's check the rest. Make sure everything is pretty damn close, which from what I can see it is. I'm not quite on it here either. And because of the rotation difference, I have to push it a little bit on there too. Just want to make sure it looks natural enough. Pretty natural enough for me. But I do have to change the rotation slightly, I think. Okay, let's change the rotation. That might match. Okay. Ugh. I gotta rotate one more. Alright, is that going to do it? It should. I mean, it looks pretty damn crisp on that end. Okay, so that brings it to here, and then we go up to here and to there, and pretty much right on, except now I have to move it back to the right again. Tweaking everything. How's the top look now compared to it? Ooh. Well, that's interesting right there. Huh? It's interesting that that shows like there. Something looks a little off there. It's not perfect, but I'm not worried about perfection at this point. I mean, holy crap. What the hell happened down there? The problem is I'm getting too close, too far in now, because I'm off on an angle, which kind of sucks because I didn't give it enough overlap. At least that's what I'm starting to think about now. Oops, let me change that. Go back down to here for a minute. I have to take it back. It's too, I know it's too far in, and I know there's going to be a gap, but I have to take it back. Which does give it a gap there. Hang on, let me see that for a second. Z3. Four, 5. Now where does that put it? That's going to start putting a gap in. Yeah, right there. I can't afford that gap. No, I cannot afford that gap. I just cannot afford that gap. That I can live with. Unfortunately, that means, you know, that's going to suffer, but I'll just have to be more careful. I don't know what looks more uglier. The overlap of that, or... I think, you know, I think I'm going to go with... something that just looks wild about that. I can't explain it. It's like it doesn't fit. I mean, that part fits. Everything here fits. I mean, I'll be able to patch that up. I just don't know how else. It's. Ugh. So when you look at it up here, it's not so bad. So I think I'm not going to be that bad with it. It's better to have a bit of a gap, I think. At least a bit of a gap, but... How are we on the line? It looks pretty good. I'm just going with it. It's a gap. I've seen worse in stuff you buy for, so... Oh, the rotation now I gotta fix. Because of all the playing we've been doing. So now the rotation I gotta fix again. Thought we were... I probably undid it too many times or something. 4... 3, 2, 1, 79, and then I'll move this up. Move this up to 2.1. 2 should do it. Okay, that doesn't look as bad. Of course, that looks horrible. The further down in the yard you go, the worse it looks. But like I said, I could probably fix that once the rails are in, and then, you know, I'll just put, I'll copy a board or something underneath it, and hopefully that'll patch it up, but... yeah, that's ugly. I can't believe I did. Yeah, I gotta go. I was trying so to try to get it so perfectly good, but well, if my son gets down here, I'll show him this. I gotta end this at 8 o'clock. So, but so much for doing a lot tonight because of that. But still, I mean, when you're looking at a straight line here, coming right across. Let me do the rotate here for a minute, and we'll get this. We're pretty much there now. Okay, we're on it. So very little change. I mean, right there it's in the center. It kind of differs a bit, but I'm not going to go too anal on this. Like I could be there the whole time, or we can just start building things and adjusting it later. So I think I like it. Now, of course, in the scene, nothing changes yet because right now the camera is located here. I don't have a routine yet to scroll through the scene. That might be another thing that I'm looking at doing. Actually, let me just go ahead and quickly go into, well, first of all, check chat. Nothing's going on. Everybody's gone. So let me just do a quick build. Come on, Emmett. I wanted to get his... I don't know what it's doing. No, it's just building all the assets, probably. So this is going to actually put that line in there, which you can see the angles a tiny bit off, but that's okay. Of course, this is going to be much thinner for the rail. Once that's in there, you know, I'll be able to make subtle adjustments along the way. Eventually, the lines will curve. There'll be other things going on too. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I have to work on radiuses, all kinds of stuff. So eventually I will be doing rails. And that'll probably give me a pretty good idea how straight this is, because then the rails will actually be showing up as an object over these rails. And I want to make them look as good as the rails you see here. Obviously this is way too thick. I did that for making sure my scale was right. So let me just get out of that for a minute. Okay, Emmett's coming. Emmett's coming.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
Not much.
I'll show you. Have I shown you the better resolution?
I think you have.
What the hell's that?
I think Mom's taking garbage out.
Oh, okay. I'm just finishing a live stream. So, yeah. So, you see how far I've got? Now, unfortunately, I got a gap here because, unfortunately, I do. But when you go, but I'm using no compression now.
Okay. It looks really good, actually.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
You're not even going to get that close to detail. Now these are lined up pretty good. This is a makeshift rail I put in here just to line up everything. Unfortunately, I got to this and then I realized I number one, you can see the difference there. I'm missing a reference point.
Yeah.
But it's still, it is what it is. So we could always redo some later or try to figure out where the hell we're supposed to take it from. It's hard to get reference points over here, except this little dirt here maybe. But it doesn't look as bad though. Like when you zoom in, like you're looking at the screen like this, right?
Yeah.
And you're looking full screen. It doesn't look as bad. Because it's
They're
actually
a little bit shiny, those two, but that's to be expected.
What's that?
They're a little bit shiny, those two, the two new ones, but
Are they? I don't know.
they look a lot. Or 3 new ones. They look a little bit more gloss.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea, but as far as I know, I mean, I'll look into it later, but we'll see. But I think it's the sunlight changed.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Well, we'll look into it.
Actually, the images taken from the same day.
Yeah.
Again, that should be that drastically changed.
Okay,
If
so
they're right next to each other.
if I look at
They just look whited out. I'm not going to worry about it now.
so 1.34, I know 1.346.
I don't think it's the actual. Well, it could be. It could be something to do with the smoothness and the metallicness or whatever. Because that was an issue on the first one.
Yeah, but I thought I changed these 4, 5. Where the hell's 3? Oh, there you go. That's why. You're right. 0.346. I thought I checked that already. Okay, I can't find this one. Do you see 293 in here somewhere?
There it is.
Oh. That looks way better. 0.346?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, way better. I thought it was a light. Just like, yeah. I think I got them all the same. 0.346, 0.346, 0.346. Yeah. Well, that's better.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah. That, I don't know what it is with that.
That looks slightly off, maybe, or something.
I don't know.
Actually, the gapping together may not be in the right spot.
Although that's a different one. It could be the sunlight too change, but
It's possible.
that I was able to match with the one, and then actually this lighting looks about the same. This looks a little weird, but that's not even on it. Well, it kind of is, but whatever. I don't think it's make or break.
No.
I mean, from this level, everything looks cool. Okay. Oh, cool. I don't have to save it. I'll save it again anyways, but awesome. Okay, guys. Well, there we go. Now it looks way better. Thanks, Emmett. I thought I had checked that already. Anyways, hope you guys liked it. Whoever's here, I think everybody's gone.
Most likely.
Most likely, yeah.
I don't know, someone's there.
Yeah. Well, gone most of the time. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Talk to you later.